Welcome back to JTV, people. First off, I want to thank everybody for showing so much love these past couple weeks, man, with the content and the videos. You guys are phenomenal. Like, you have no idea how much that means to me. Also, to the people that have subscribed, I mean, it's crazy. Like, at this point, I think we're riding at like 49 subscribers, so basically 50. That's insane. Like, I'm still, you know, I'm having a hard time even processing that. But just know I really appreciate y'all, and I'm sorry that it took me this long to come back with the next vlog. For those that don't know, my team was in the Division II NCAA tournament, and we were playing up in Romeoville, and unfortunately, you know, it didn't pan out the way we thought it would. We ended up losing in the regional championship. You know, not, like I said, not ideal, but right now I'm just kind of feeling it out and just trying to enjoy each day as it comes. So today, man, we're just, you know, it's gonna be a pretty chill day. I'm gonna meet up with one of my old teammates, Brent Bach, one of the funniest dudes I've ever met. Yeah, like, I'm telling you, he is a character. And then after I do that, probably roll over back over to here actually and get some work done in one of the study rooms, because I was gone for so long, I gotta catch up on so much work. So yeah, and then just try to end the night just kind of enjoying some of these NCAA games and kicking back. So kick back and relax. Man, it's a gloomy day today in Louisville. I'm not gonna lie to you, it really fits my mood. I'm just, you know, like I said earlier, a lot of stuff has happened since the last video, and I'm still kind of thinking on it. But in the meantime, look at my baby. She's back in action. Oh my goodness, I miss her. I miss her. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, just, you know, you just want to miss her. Alright, y'all, so, you know, made the little life bar run. Really hoped our friend Jilly would be in there so we could get an update. She wasn't. It's been a little time in there. I've read a lot about a bunch of different things. And I'm super big on organic, just eating to heal your body. You know, a lot of the times we think of food is something that we want to like enjoy, and I get that, and trust me, like, nobody loves food more than I do. But I've started to really take more focus and attention towards eating to heal my body and let my body recover. And turmeric is something that is a super like natural herb that's an anti-inflammatory. It's a root plant ground up into like a powder, and it's kind of like an orange color, kind of like this. And I've read a lot about golden milk, which is basically turmeric, like cinnamon, ginger, black pepper, and then like coconut milk, kind of all mixed together. I've never tried it. But like I said, I've read a lot about it, and while I was in there, I found this and decided to go ahead and pick it out and just give it a try. So I'm gonna go ahead actually and taste this right now and just see what we think. Cap off. This is kind of what it looks like on the inside. Let's go ahead and let's try it and see what we think. Not bad. I'm not gonna say it's like the best thing I've ever tasted, but as far as the benefits that it has for you, I would say it's something to check out. You know, you might actually like this. I like it. Yeah, man. Probably will drink more of this, honestly. You know, the only problem, and I've said this a million times, the real problem that people have today with using herbs and like natural supplements to improve their health, it takes more time. It's not something that you can just, it's not like when you take an antibiotic and like within the next 4 hours you just feel amazing, like you feel so much better than you did. you kind of have to keep it on a month, like almost at least 30 days in your routine before you start to actually feel the benefits. But a lot of the people, you know, the upside to that is you have all those benefits without the negative side effects. So that's just something that you got to decide for yourself, if it's worth that discipline and that time and effort. Hey man, this shit right here, hey, this is hilarious. Welcome to college, G. In the middle of the street, though. Papa Bach got it like that? Look at this man. Look at this man. Who are you, boy? Good. It's good with you. Bro, this joint's smooth. Hold on, let me get a little. Hey.
Play for Bellamy. Get this shit.
Oh shit. What's up, B? They signed a deal or what?
I offered a couple million, pass it up. I'll get better.
Y'all, hey, this is my man's. Look, so last year was supposed to be my senior year, and he was in the class with me. Boys from Augusta, Kentucky. Home of who?
606. George Clooney, but really,
George Clooney himself.
but really it's mine.
Alright, bro. Be easy. Man. That's my guy, yo. That's my guy. But we just finished having lunch, you know what I'm saying? We just reminiscing, you know, having a good time, talking about the old glory days. Which is weird for me to say now, cause well, that's where I'm at in my life right now. But yeah, now I'm about to go back up in the room and grind some shit out, get some work done, cause I've been gone for so long. So, yeah. Need a break. All right. Okay. I'm back. Ran to one of my favorite spots called Heart and Soy. It's on Bardstown Road. It's like a Vietnamese vegan restaurant. So good. And it's dope too because it's connected to this other place called Roots, which is like the sit-down version of Heart and Soy. So Heart and Soy would be like the like Chipotle style, like it's real fast, like you go in there, order, and they make it and you're out. Or you can go to Roots, which is like, I don't know, any other restaurant you would think of where you would just go and sit down. But same stuff though. It's, man, it's so good. But while I'm taking a break, I'm eating. Last video I had somebody ask me, I say somebody, it was actually one of the kids I coached last year named Hardy. He asked me to go through some like recruiting stuff, like stuff that I guess the whole process when I went through it in high school. So in high school, I went to Hamilton Southeastern, loved it. It was a really cool experience. Played alongside the two first ever back-to-back Mr. Basketballs, which was crazy. Zach Irvin and Gary Harris. Shout out to y'all, man. Miss y'all. But so first of all, the people, like, I was exposed on that level just because so many people came to watch those two play. So that helped. But then once after my sophomore year, which was my first year playing like big varsity minutes, I started to get calls from coaches and letters, and initially I got letters from all kinds of places that I was never gonna be good enough to play at, honestly, like Virginia, Northwestern, Villanova, all these places. And I think it didn't take them very long to figure out that there's no way I was gonna play at that level, but I had done a really good job in that year and in that summer leading up to my junior year. And as it just kind of progressed, I started to get more and more calls. More coaches were coming in to watch me work out, like at 6 a.m. in the morning. More coaches were showing up at open gym. And then I got my first offer from Phil Martelli, actually, which is crazy to me because he just got fired by St. Joseph's University in the A-10. And he's been there for 34 years, and I think it was like 24 as a head coach. I'm just going to keep my comments to myself, but I just think that they did him wrong. I think that he's a great coach. So that was actually my first offer, which was huge because he's such a storied, Division I coach in college basketball history. I mean, it's just, part of the Big Five. For those of you on the East Coast, you know what that means. It was super cool, and I'll never forget because the first thing he said when I walked through the door was, there he is, the loudest guy that I saw in July. He was a pest on defense, and it just blew my mind because you do hear people talk about a lot of the time that, if you play hard and you're a leader and you have energy and you talk and, you defend, that you'll be able to compete at the next level aside from scoring and having the skills and all of that. But he didn't say a word about me scoring one basket or doing anything with the ball in my hands necessarily. He was so impressed by my energy, my leadership, and then my just grit and hustle on defense. And it was something that I took pride in because I knew I wasn't the most skilled and talented guy. So for you young guys, like, if there's one thing I could tell you about recruiting in general, like, if you want to get where you want to go, it takes a level of determination, but it also takes a level of toughness. Like, when they come watch you play, they watch everything. So they're not just watching, and my coaches here at Bellarmine said the same stuff. If they come to watch warm-ups and you're doing silly stuff like you have headphones in or you got a hood on or, I don't know, you're just not interacting with your teammates, sometimes if you don't really even have a reputation to begin with, that alone will be enough for them to just walk away. They won't even waste their time, no matter how good you are. So don't X yourself out by doing silly stuff like that. Be a teammate. Talk to your teammates. Have energy. Act like you want to be there. I'll never understand guys that show up to AAU events and games and you would think that, like, their parents forced them to do it, like they didn't even want to be there. Which is, again, a red flag for any college coach because nobody understands what actually goes into college basketball unless you've been through it. Everybody claims they want scholarships. Everybody claims they want to play collegiate basketball. But most people, those same people don't know what it means to wake up at 6 a.m. and have conditioning, till you feel like you're going to die. Like, people don't understand, like, you'll have a workout, a lift, and a 2.5 to 3 hour practice in one day. And that's on top of your class schedule, trying to maintain your eating habits and staying hydrated and making sure you get enough sleep. Like, it's so... And then on top of that, like, we're social beings. People want a social life too. So it's way harder than people think that it is. And, there are only, especially in basketball, there's a small amount of resources in terms of spots and scholarships. So they're not going to waste their time on somebody that doesn't even look like they care or love the game enough to put in that extra work. And to even be able to do the stuff that's required to a high level all the time. So, there weren't any specific questions, but if there were any advice that I could give to anybody that wants to play at the collegiate level and thinks they have what it takes, ask yourself, are you really challenging yourself? Are you really pushing yourself? And when you're playing, does that show? Because in my opinion, the people that work the hardest also play the hardest because they feel like they've earned it. Like, they're not going to let somebody take it away from them. They're not going to walk away from a game feeling like, you know, somebody just bested them. And if they honestly, and when you lose, like when you work that hard and you lose, it makes you want to work harder because you hate that feeling. You hate that you know you worked harder than somebody else, but they got what you wanted. Be it a championship, scholarship offers, whatever, that's something that you got to work towards. And it's a mentality. It has a lot more to do with your mindset necessarily than your talent or your skill set. So, you know, for all my young hoopers out there, just keep working, man, and know that they watch everything. They watch how you interact on the bench. They watch when your coach yells at you. They watch to see how you react to it, because that's going to tell you a lot about who you are as a player and who you are as a person. And for a lot of coaches, especially in the smaller schools, who you are as a person holds so much more weight than who you are as a player. So don't forget that. All right, people, that was my day. I appreciate y'all sticking around and listening to me rant. Hopefully next time I'll have a little more throughout my day to actually share with you. But until then, I appreciate y'all coming through and hanging out. Comment, like, subscribe below. I'll see y'all next time. Peace, love, and positivity.